Right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you as always. How are we all doing? We all good? Did we get any winners today? We come close on that parlay, didn't we? I've literally just finished watching Mood Set and Struff now. Tough way to go. Tough way to go. You know what though, boys? It's alright. We've had well worse beats than that. I thought the comeback was on. He won that second set. He's made us wait. Well, me personally, I've waited 12 hours for that entire parlay from the start to the finish. I've waited all day to watch Jan Leonard Struff in the last set of the last game, of the last leg of the parlay, turn into fucking Jan Lemon Strudel. Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. It's alright. That's his season done, innit? That's his season done. We may see him next season, we may not. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's alright. Zizou Bergs, Alex Michelson, they got it done. Struff just, good shit from Mootset as well. This is the thing about taking him, I always say, don't I? It's just, you never know. Very talented player. Great shit from him. Feel like Struff could have done more. Mootset just made it count when it mattered most. What can you do about that? Doesn't matter. Look, we focused mainly on France the past 2 days, purely because Belgrade hasn't really had much for us. But I'll tell you this, there's one thing that Serbia offers us today that France does not, and that's a shot at redemption. I can't guarantee our future, boys. You know that no one can. We don't have a crystal ball. No one can guarantee any wins or anything. But there's one thing I can guarantee: there will be zero, and I mean zero, French fuckery for us today. None of it. It's all good. Don't sweat it. No fucking pastry flakes for us. It's all good. Right then, let's talk about it, innit? Got a double today. Going back to the doubles plus money as well, mind you. So we'll have a bit of that. Let me know what you fancy as we go along. Seems as we got business in Belgrade. We'll start with that, eh? Rip the meat off the bone before we do. Like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel, links in the description and the pinned comments along with the picks. Look, if you're just here for the picks, it's fine. Like, that's all good, That's all well and good, but you know me, and I know the majority of you here, we love the thrill of the hunt, don't we? We love the thrill of the hunt. Getting there's after fun, in my opinion. I'm pretty much all the way there on what I'm going to do today. Pretty much all the way there. I'll tell you what, we'll start with the first one, innit? We never do this. We'll start with the first official on today's double. We've got Daniel Altmaier, Christopher O'Connell. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Head-to-heads, one apiece. We're getting 1.6 on the decimal for Christopher O'Connell. That's more like it. I knew he was going to beat Kekmanovic in the first round. Fucking knew it. He was a 3.5 point dog against Kekmanovic. That was so disrespectful, in my opinion. So disrespectful. Look, some of you may be looking at, his recent games going, what the fuck are you talking about? He's won, 4 of his last 10, is that? Yeah, he's won 4 of his last 10. Which, alright, that's a fact. He should beat Kekmanovic. He's got to win against Summit Nagal in the first round of qualifying in the Paris Masters. And then we're going back to Tokyo. Echeverry and Taro Daniel. In between, we have got losses such as Alex Michelson. I don't mind it. That was in Tokyo, by the way. Berrettini in Shanghai. I don't mind it. Gabe Diallo, Almaty. It's whatever, It's whatever. It could go either way. It's whatever. And then we've got that loss to Jacob Fernley in Basel in qualifying. He went the distance with Jacob Fernley, and you know me as an Englishman, I'm going to say that's not too bad, but realistically, Christopher O'Connell probably more than likely should be beating Jacob Fernley, but 3 out of those 4 there, I don't mind. I'll let him off with them. And then the other 2, he went the distance with Davidovich Fokina in the second round of qualifying for Paris. Tough game, took a set off him, and then he came into the first round as a lucky loser against Karen Kachanov, who has probably been one of the most informed hardcore players the past couple of weeks. I ended up taking a set off him too. got beat in the end, of course. Looked fantastic against Kekmanovic. Fantastic, may I add. Daniel Altmaier, you might be looking at his recent games going, he's looked a little bit better as of late. His form's been, there's a bit more green there, which you won't be wrong. But can you tell me who he's beat? As a matter of fact, don't bother. I'll tell you who he's beat. So he's beat Mikulski on the Challenger Tour. He's beat Andreev on the Challenger Tour. Notice that I'm not using the full names as well. If I only use the surnames, that's usually because I'm not really familiar with your game. Mainly because they reside on the Challenger Tour, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you know what I'm getting at. There's a loss there to Andrea Pellegrino, so you know who this guy is. That's on the Challenger Tour. Thomas Barrios Vera, he beats that fucker. Is it Bailey or Bailly? It's like Guy Arnaud Bailey, Belgium kid. He beats him. Beat by Yuri Lehechka, which, alright, that was going to happen. He's beat Jesper de Jong, which... Look, Jesper de Jong has won about 2 tour level games all season. Something mad like that, so yeah, there's that. And then he's beat Jacob Fernley. Beat by Artifice. And then his most recent one in the first round of Belgrade, he's just beat Luciano Darderi in straight sets. Yeah, I know. What's the one thing, question time, what's the one thing we all know about Luciano Darderi? You've all got your answer, yeah. If you've answered something along the lines of, this kid is shit at hardcore tennis, I'll take he can't play hardcore tennis. Full marks. He's fucking done, Paddy. He's just, yeah. He hasn't always been shit at it. He's just been terrible this season. 1-9 on the hard court, 1-4 indoors. Yeah. Daniel Altmaier's probably gonna beat you. Means nothing to me. Head to head, 1 apiece. Daniel Altmaier winning the most recent game. They were both last year. Altmaier winning in 3 sets. That went the distance on the hard court in the Cincinnati Masters. And then Christopher O'Connell absolutely beasted him in the German grass in Stuttgart. So, there's a lot to go off. Who do you trust? I'll tell you who I trust. Christopher O'Connell, 1.6 on the decimal. Definitely beat Daniel Altmaier in my opinion. You wanted to see how good he was against Kekmanovic. Like I said, 3.5 point dog. And now he's a 2.5 point favourite within the space of a fucking one performance. So, yeah, all day for me, every day of the week, Christopher O'Connell gets that one done. He's the one for me. And then, the second one's here as well. You know what? We'll save that, and we'll get to it in a sec because I'm just going to fly through these ones. So, probably the toughest one, in my opinion, is this here. Was Cerundolo and Safiullin here. Very close, well, I say very close. Call it 1.6 for Safiullin. Decent little favourite there. He's quite good on the indoor hard courts as well. Cerundolo, I say it every time, don't I? What do I say? He's one of the most underrated players on the tour, in my opinion. I really think that. Definitely one of the most underrated in the top 50, without a doubt. 5-3 on the indoor court. Roman Safiullin 6-2. These played each other in Wimbledon. The only time they've played each other in Wimbledon, that was in Wimbledon this year, and it was an absolute cracker as well. 3-2 to Safiullin there. Safiullin's on what there? What's that? It's fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 game winning streak. He's just won another challenger title. This fucking guy. This guy always pisses off back down the challenger and smokes all the fucking lessons, doesn't he? And then comes back and then it's like, what? Oh, I've just won a fucking challenger. I've just beat Rafael Collignon in the challenger final. I'm ranked top 60 in the world and I've just beat Rafael Collignon in the fucking Bratislava challenger, and bear in mind I've just beat Fabio Fognini in straight sets. I'm a big favourite, says the bookies. Fuck off. No chance. Cerundolo, he functions really well at this price, in my opinion. Let's not forget, we've just seen this fella take Tsitsipas to the wire both times. Went the distance with Tsitsipas pretty much, 2-1, he ended up getting beat. He could have won one of them. Probably could have won both of them. He's beat Quinton Hallis in straight sets, which is no joke, because Quinton Hallis is fucking everyone up over in France at the minute. And then he beat Rublev in straight sets as well. Would you be surprised to see in between those games I've just mentioned there, Cerundolo a win against Roman Safiullin? Not at all. Not at all. I'm staying away from it because, you know, you can't deny the form of Safiullin at all, but he is playing back-to-back tournaments, and you know what some of these athletes are like with back-to-back tournaments. So yeah, it's a big no for me. Big no. I would be looking at Cerundolo as the dog or nothing, which that just reminds me, I can't believe I forgot about this. Should have mentioned this before. Anyone take Sonego plus the 3.5? Remember I said Sonego plus 3.5 yesterday against Rublev? I should have took that instead of Struff, shouldn't I? Stupid bastard. Well done if you jumped on that. Proud of that pick. I stand by that. I'm proud of that. Sonego plus the 3.5. That was a flyer against Rublev. Don't know. I think that was a bit disrespectful. Don't know why they were giving us that many points, but it is irrelevant. Fabian Madison, Dusan Lazovic, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dusan Lazovic hadn't won a game until like the end of July, like since the end of July, until he came to his home tournament and he just give him the Voney as a layup. Nah, I'm not having it. Fabian Madison as well. He's another one. I was gonna say I expected a lot more from Madison, but I take that back. Maybe I expected too much from him. You know, I seen some signs from this lad at the start of the season, and I was like, okay then, okay, but ain't really cut it, as he. I ain't really fucking paid much attention to him, if I'm being honest. The past couple of games, yeah, I'm not surprised there. He's won 3 of his last 10. He's been getting fucked up by everyone, man. He's been beat by Fabio Fognini, Thomas Mahasha, I don't mind that. Borna Koric, he's been beat by Dinky, you know, Lena Tien, fucking, oh, this really is a stinker. This is going to stink the gaff out. I'm not going anywhere near it. It's giving me a headache just looking at it. And then same with this one, we've got a Djokovic versus Laszlo Djere. Fucking absolutely not. Absolutely not at all. Let's talk about this one. Second one, the last one on the double, and then we'll just gloss over the French lot dead quick. There's only 4. I think it's time. For those of you that know the slate for today, you're probably sitting there going, there's 1 game left. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, it's time. It's time. This may come as a shock to some of you, but every now and then, for the new people, every now and then on the channel, there comes a time with a certain player where we just have to take a step back and go, no more. No matter how good you do or how, there's just no more. For the new ones, we had to do that with Denis Shapovalov a while ago. You ain't killing us all the time. I can't remember exactly what match it was, but it most definitely come to a point with Denis Shapovalov. We used to call him El Chapo. We ended up calling him Dinas. I think it's time to bring back El Chapo. Really do. We're reviving the name. We are. It's time for El Chapo again. He's coming up against Nuno Borges. El Chapo's 1.3 on the decimal. What does that tell you? He's won 4 of his last 5, if I'm not being mistaken. Aye, you are not being mistaken, son. Beat Martin Fucsovics, beat Hugo Grenier, Constant Lestienne. He ended up going 3 sets with Pericard, and then before that, he's got wins against Batista Agut, Jerry Shang, Sonego, Shimbakoro. Yeah, nice. Fucking nice. Borges hasn't won since that game against Mensah in the US Open. Yeah, feels like a decade ago, that, doesn't it? Since that, he's been beat by Medvedev. Not bad. Rublev, alright. And then he got beat by Alejandro Tabilo in the first round of the Paris Masters. I'm pretty sure, as a matter of fact, I'm certain that Nuno Borges, because I've seen it the other day, he's still struggling with that wrist injury. He's still not 100% with that wrist injury, and the way Chapo's playing at the moment, man, yeah, can't fault him. Yeah, he could do with just a nice little run here. Just finish the season on a high, Let's just think about next season. This season's been a write-off since fucking January for the kid, you've got to feel for him. He's been done dirty with an injury, but I know there's a player there. We know there's a player. Like, remember a few years ago when Chapo first come on the scene, he was touted to be like one of like the next like best like slam winners and everything. You remember that, right? It's not just me. Like, we remember that. Obviously, hasn't lived up to the hype, like nowhere near it. But he's still young. There's no doubt that there's a player there. Yeah, I'm rocking with Chapo all day. Still not into his music though. It's just it's just it ain't it. Dennis, it ain't it, mate. But you're fucking really good at tennis. I'll give you that. And he's definitely gonna beat Nuno Boys today. He's wilting. He's wilting at the moment. He's never really found much success on these indoor courts. 0-2 this year. Yeah, nah, not for me. El Chapo's the one. Yeah, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Oh, that's plus money. I know. If you're gonna go, I'd go now because you know it's gonna drop. They always do. They always do. You've got to catch these things early. And wrapping us up dead quick in France. If anyone's still watching, if you're not subscribed, just do yourself a favour at the button. It takes a second, done it. Don't be stingy. Like the video as well if you would. Yeah, fucking had a bit of an adrenaline dump here looking at these games. I'm not gonna lie, Jesus. Pierre Hughes. I just call him Herbert, but he's French, so it's gonna be something like Herbert, you know. We'll just call him Pierre. We've got Pierre and Quentin Hallis. What have I just said about Quentin Hallis? Like, no one's come close to him so far this tournament. Both his qualifying games and his first round game. Fantastic. He's only dropped serve once. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has. I think he's only dropped serve once since qualifying. Quentin, one of the only Frenchies who we fuck with, you know. As a matter of fact, you know, I wouldn't mind him. You could stick him on the double and just turn it into a treble. No, you know what? I'm not backtracking. You do what you're going to do. But Quentin Hallis definitely wins that one, in my opinion. 100%. He'll win that in straight sets, just like he done against fucking... What was that kid called today? Papa John's Pizza. I don't know what his name was. You can go and have a look. He smoked him. He was like a 5.5 point favourite on that one as well. Can't remember who pulled out. Hallis for me there, and then Zizou Berg, Hugo Gaston. Ooh, gotta be Zizou Bergs. Gotta be Zizou Bergs. But like I said to one of the boys in the comments today, I've got no trust in Gaston anymore. I don't know what he's gonna have to do to restore even an ounce of it. I really don't. And I'd be quite the hypocrite if I was to say take him today or bet on this game. So it's just best if you stay away from both sides. If I had to give you the pick, it'd be Zizou Berg or not. And Hugo Gaston, he dropped serve 4 times. 4 times today in that match. And I was like, fucking... As soon as I seen that start, I checked the stats out and I was like, how many times did he... Yeah. Zizou Berg, I think, fucking barely got touched, did he? He barely got touched in his match. Yeah, should be a rather routine win, but it is in France, so approach it with severe caution. We've got Boo and De Jong. This is probably the only one. Well, I say the only one. This and the Hallis game, I'm pretty certain. I think Boo's gonna beat De Jong. Just mentioned them when we spoke about Daniel Altmaier. De Jong's barely won a tour level game all season. He's not a tour level player. He's challenger. And with that being said, he prefers the clay. He's more of a clay player, isn't he? Let's be real. Boo just continues to impress. Push him for a fucking high ranking here. Not just me, I think we've all been impressed with Boo, haven't we? Maybe there may be some out there that, you know, you probably never fucking heard of this kid until the Asian swing, and, you know, I don't blame you. He's been fantastic. He's been so fucking good. We've really liked him. He's lingered, and he's been lingering around these fucking tournaments like a snide fart. He just doesn't go away. Looking at his last 10 games, there's a win there to Manarino in France in straight sets. Come on. Do I really need to go into this? If you're beating Manarino in straight sets, you're gonna beat Jesper De Jong. Come on. I'm not even bothering. I'm not even going into it. What I'm trying to say, oh, he got beat by fucking Dan Evans. He got beat by Yannick Sinner. So what? Who gives a fuck? Boo all day in that. And then I've left this one till the end because this one is more for you. This is more of a debate other than a pick because I'm not going anywhere near it. Let's debate this one. Benjamin Bonzi, Casper Ruud. What the fuck's going on here? Hey, anyone taking Casper Ruud today? If anyone's betting on Casper Ruud today, please do let me know in the comments and I will provide you with some counselling. Like, there's no... Don't do it to yourself. He's been trashy. He's already solidified. He's cemented his top 10 spot. He's spot in the final and he's good. But you can look at this match one or two ways, boys. If you listen to me get into it, considering I'm not going anywhere. Look at me, I can't help myself, can I? You can look at this one or two ways. Like I've just said, Casper Ruud already in the finals. He's good. He's been bang out of form recently, and I mean bang out of form. He's won 2 games since the US Open, one being against Jamie Farrier in the Davis Cup, and then that one against Sonego in Stockholm. He's been getting whipped by everybody, man. Everybody, and it doesn't matter. He's been beat by Cerundolo, Jordan Thompson twice, Alexander Vukic, Greek Sport, Batista Agut, fucking... And even before the win against Jamie Farrier, he got beat by Taylor Fitz and Henry Rocker as well. Benjamin Bonzi, now, I'll hold my hands up and say this. I thought Batista Agut was just going to beat him today. I just did. Didn't touch it. It didn't matter. Bonzi made it look very, very easy. Very easy. We cannot deny this lad's form. We really can't. We really can't. I know we didn't rate many of the wins. Well, I didn't anyway, but he's playing good tennis. He's playing good tennis, no doubt about it. Getting Casper Ruud here as high as 1.8. Where the fuck's that? That's got to be some crazy American site. 1.8, 1.75, 1.8. Oh my days. Against Benjamin Bonzi. Wow. As soon as I seen this, I looked at it and I went, oh, you know what, let's forget all the stats, let's forget all the shit, let's just look at it and split it up for what it is. Surely Casper Ruud can't be getting beat by Benjamin Bonzi at the game of tennis. Right? Surely he can't be. That's exactly what they want you to think, innit? 1.8 on the decimal, that's a shithouse price, that, innit? I can't believe that's what the bookies are giving. That is a shithouse price. They're begging you to take Casper Ruud. They're begging you to take Casper Ruud, and it's a rough one, innit? Because you could just take Casper Ruud at that price, and he should just smoke Benjamin Bonzi in straight sets. He should do. Is he gonna? Yeah, we can't trust it. We can't trust him to do that, can we, boys? At all. Maybe live bet this one. Just maybe live bet it if you've got to. If it's that bad, and you just live bet it. But I wouldn't spend a fucking penny on this match, even if I did. So I wish you the best of luck with your pick on this one, if you're going for it. But I know most of you, like me, are just going to stay well off it. We can't ignore how poor Casper Ruud's been on the hard court. We cannot ignore it. You can't. Even in a spot like this, they're begging you to take Casper Ruud. And you know why, don't you? Approach it with severe caution, folks. That's all of them. Right then. Sound. Cool. What are we going for? Official time? Yeah, I think we know what we're going for, don't we? We're going for El Chapo to beat Nuno Borges, and I'm going to take Christopher O'Connell to beat Daniel Altmaier as well. Sound. Happy days, plus money. Probably get it around evens by the time this video has come out. So this video comes out, pardon me. So yeah, go now. Go now. Don't be late. Don't let it drop. Get it while it's good. It's good to go. It really is. Look, I think if it's not good enough for you and you need some more, you need a better price, go with Quinton Hallis. I love Quinton Hallis for today. And I really like Boo as well. Hallis and Boo. fucking, yeah, do as you wish. Get involved, folks. Let me know what you're going for. I'm always interested to know. Any picks, any best bets, locks, sets, all that shit, any stayaways, any sport, you know what to do by now. Right then, I'll be saying good night to you. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All that bollocks. Let's go get some cash. Day of redemption's upon us, boys. Mark my words. See you in a bit. Let's enjoy the tennis.